good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name is Ross, and I was always told how to voice radio, so today I am back doing some commentary. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The lovely Alex Wilson from the Emerald Break has sent me some footage from Charlotte, North Carolina's League Cup, or at least given me permission to use it. On the left, we have Kiefer Dowell playing Rayquaza. On the right, we have Trainer Chip playing Rayquaza. It is round 1, and we are playing best of 1. So it looks like Kiefer has started with a Rayquaza-GX, which is an interesting card. It shows me he's probably playing a B-string variant of Rayquaza, which I have long been a proponent of. I mentioned that very early on. I've always thought that's a good idea, though I have worried about how clunky it might be. Turn 1 Ultra Ball for a Rayquaza shows me he's got to have a supporter in hand, because otherwise you'd just be going for a Tapu Lele here. Now, he is deciding whether to use the ability or not. I think what Chip was saying there was, hey, don't I get to shuffle your deck? Now, this is a blind discard, so this is very nervous. We've got Cynthia, Field Blower, and a Rangaroo. But he does get to accelerate an energy. You'll notice he accelerated an energy because he played the Ultra Ball, discarding it turn 1, guaranteeing it would work. Okay, he didn't have a Tapu Lele in hand. Well, he didn't have a supporter in hand, he had a Tapu Lele in hand. That's fine by me. Rayquaza's ability lets you discard the top 3 cards of your deck and then attach an energy from your discard to Rayquaza. Very, very risky proposition. He did discard some good cards, but he got the energy. Having said that, he's now going for a Professor Sycamore off that Tapu Lele. He gets his manual attachment for the turn, Floatstone onto Xurkitree, and then discards another energy. So we see Kiefer here is just going full bore. This is a fast, aggressive game here. He is trying to set up. Kiefer's basically saying, look, this is a mirror match. I need to get rolling as fast as I can. We're going to be trading one-hit KOs. And we see another Ultra Ball coming down here. We're getting rid of another Grass Energy and a Cynthia. Now, he's gone for a second Rayquaza, which makes me ask, is he going to go for the blind discard again? He is! So we see a Mysterious Treasure, Super Rod, and an Energy. We've already seen a couple of Cynthia, Mysterious Treasure, Field Blower. I mean, having said that, it doesn't look like he's going to need much Pokemon search. So the only thing he really lost there was a Cynthia. And we see a Max Elixir coming down as well. Oh, that's beautiful. We're seeing here the power of Rayquaza. We've actually seen 4 energy attached, and Chip's sitting there just being like, is it my turn yet? Can I please have a turn? The one thing we haven't seen Kiefer discard is Guzma, which he is going to need to start taking out those GXs while Chip tries to essentially bait him into KOing non-GXs. So we see a Field Blower there getting rid of the Floatstone on Xurkitree, while he puts a Floatstone on his own Latias with an energy. Latias, of course, it is the Baby Daisy Spirit Pokemon, my 3-month-old daughter. The goal here is to try and get a whole bunch of energy in the discard, some basic Pokemon, Dragon Pokemon on the bench, and then Latias, I should say, will accelerate all the energy. But we see a Pheromosa coming down from Chip here, which makes me think, are they both playing the Beast version of this? The Beast Ring, the Ultra Beast version of Rayquaza? It kind of suggests to me they are. Of course, Beast Ring allows you to search your deck for 2 basic energy and attach it to one of your Ultra Beasts, just so long as your opponent has exactly 3 or 4 prizes remaining. And it looks like they're both trying to take advantage of that. Certainly, Chip's got the Latias in the active, which is good, but as it stands at the moment, there are no basic Dragon on his bench. Now, one's got to assume he's about to fix this with Mysterious Treasure. But still, I mean, going to use Latias to accelerate 1 energy? It's not the worst play ever. You're still accelerating an energy, but that makes it no better than, say, the Drampa that's coming in Dragon Majesty. It does actually an extra 10 damage. For your Prism Star, though, it's not exactly what we'd ideally be looking for. But it's a non-GX. what we're going to be seeing from Kiefer next turn, he's going to be looking for a couple more energy, and then it's going to be all about those Guzmas. Taking out Rayquaza, taking out Pheromosa. I mean, to be honest, next turn he needs to take out Pheromosa, because if you take out the Rayquaza, you're just basically saying to your opponent, hey, you've got an Ultra Beast on the field, and good news, I've put you in a position where you can play B-String by taking 2 prizes. Now, we do see the blind discard from Chip as well here. And again. And there's another Cynthia, a B-String, and a Super Rod. That is a harsh discard from that Stormy Wind's ability on Rayquaza there. But he's got 4 energy on the field. So we saw both players there getting 2 energy from Stormy Wind abilities on Rayquaza, an energy from a Max Elixir, and their energy attachment for the turn. So, we assume here, oh no, it's actually Pheromosa and Fast Raid coming out, and that's kind of cool. I'm kind of in favour of this, just putting 30 damage on the field. Of course, Xurkitree has got an ability whereby you cannot be hurt by Pokemon that have special energy attached, but these are Rayquaza decks, yeah? They ain't playing special energy. Now, we do see Kiefer playing a bit of the old Super Rod here. Going to be getting back some energy. And we see this weird, and of course the Oranguru, which is really, really useful for just getting some cards. It's a draw engine. It's the only draw engine you really want to use here. But it's kind of funny how we see these players, and it's got to be done. You're piling energy in the discard early game and then going, oh, hang on a second. I'm running out of energy. And then you have to Super Rod some back. So we see another Floatstone onto that Xurkitree. And if he's not going to retreat it, there's a Professor Sycamore, including a B-String. So both players have binned at least one of those now. We wanted the KO there. We wanted the KO on the Pheromosa. And he wouldn't have even needed the Guzma. So the question is, can you get enough energy on the field? Now, Pheromosa's got 170 HP. So what we really want here is 6 energy on the field in total. As it stands, there's 4, but they were all there last turn. So if Kiefer can, say, get an Ultra Ball here, which he has, and search out a Rayquaza, use the ability and get his attachment for the turn, or use a Max Elixir and attachment for the turn, then he's going to be in a great position in terms of KOing the Pheromosa. Now, he's actually choosing to go for Latias here, and I can't really blame him. He's going to get 2 energy from his discard with Latias using Dreamy Mist while doing 30 damage. Because he's got the Floatstone on the Xurkitree ready. This is going to be good for accelerating energy, but the issue here is going to be by getting set up. He is saying to Chip, I hope you can't take the first KO. This is what's awkward about the Rayquaza mirror match. You're basically trading one-hit KOs when you get going. So there really is this, when do you start KOing? On the one hand, first person to take a KO essentially puts themselves in a position whereby if they take 3 KOs in a row, they will win the game. GX KOs at least. And we do see a Max Elixir from Kiefer getting an extra energy here. But on the other hand, first person to take a KO, especially when you're both playing B-String, gives the other player the first shot at using a B-String. And there's a strong argument that the first player to use B-String, even though they might be down a KO, actually might have an advantage. Now, Kiefer here is saying, no, I'm just going for it. And I like this. He got the energy down. He's got 3 Rayquaza ready to go. Gets the first KO. And gets it on the Pheromosa, which, like we said, was key. Now, good news, we see a mysterious treasure coming down here. Bad news, it's not going to be for an Ultra Beast. It's got to be for a Psychic or Dragon Pokemon. And if you want an Ultra Beast, and we see there, he's eyeing up. Oh, no, sorry. It's actually an Ultra Ball. It's an Ultra Ball discarding a mysterious treasure. It just so happens he put mysterious treasure at the front. My apologies. So he's going for a Xurkitree here, which is what he needs. And here's the interesting thing. If he can go and get himself enough energy, hopefully using B-String, to go and get a KO, then he's going to be even on prizes, but potentially in a much better board state. Essentially, there's two things which are going to determine the winner of this match. Who gets the most beast rings off, because they're going to have an advantage in terms of energy, and Rayquaza does do 30 damage for each energy attached to all your Pokemon, basic grass and lightning only. But also, who can actually just string 3 KOs together? That was terrifying. I did not see that coming. I just thought there was some giant face on my computer. I'm sitting here trying to commentate, and there's just a face staring at me. So we do see the return KO from Chip here. Please don't do that again. That was terrifying. And we're now even at 4 prizes each. And the question now becomes, can Kiefer keep it going? Because Kiefer's gone down to 3 energy in total, whereas if we look at Chip, we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe. We've got 8 energy on the field. That's a big advantage. So now Kiefer's probably in reboot mode. It's probably get your Latias Prism Star, use Dreamy Mist to accelerate some energy, and go from there. But you're only getting 1 more energy by doing so. Now we did see Instruct to draw a card. What Kiefer really wants here is, well, I was going to say another Rayquaza, but it looked like he just used a Professor Sycamore to discard one. Now, Beast Ring would be nice here, because now Chip's at 4 prizes remaining, so Beast Ring is on for Kiefer. If he can draw one, if he can get one. He's got the circuitry on the field, so he's got the target for the Beast Ring, and that could be what keeps it going. He took the first KO. They're even on prizes, and it's his turn. So if he can just keep accelerating energy here, he'll be golden. And if he's got a Beast Ring, you always play the Max Elixir first, so there's more targets in your deck. Unfortunately, he whiffed it there. And if he doesn't get a KO here, he basically loses the game. If he doesn't take a KO, then not only is Chip going to be able to jump ahead in the prize race, he's going to get another turn of Beast Ring. During the game, you are almost, not guaranteed, but you're almost certainly going to activate your opponent's Beast Ring. You can potentially go from 5 prizes down to 3 with a double KO, or something that takes extra prizes, but it's very, very rare. You're going to have to turn on your opponent's Beast Ring. Fine. But turn it on for 1 turn. Oh, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is probably the turning point in the game. Kiefer's saying, look, there's no point using Latias. I'm only going to be accelerating 1 energy. I can use it better later on. If Chip's got a Guzma here and can take out the Rayquaza, while also taking 3 energy off the field, and he does, and that's basically it at this stage, ladies and gentlemen. Now Chip's going up in terms of prizes, and even though Kiefer took the first KO, Chip got the better use of Beast Ring. Chip was able to take a KO after using Beast Ring, get enough energy on the field, and even if Kiefer takes a KO here, we're still going to see 6 energy on the board for Rayquaza, which is going to be enough. We've actually got, it looks like, I want to say 9 energy on the field, assuming there's 2 attached to circuitry. Which mean, and 2 Rayquaza, each of which has 3 energy. So even if Kiefer takes a KO here, we've got a Rayquaza with enough energy on the board to return the KO. Guzma guarantees a win for Chip next turn. But to be honest, Kiefer's not going to take a KO without using a GX, and Chip can immediately punish it. Even an N here just isn't a big deal. Because what does Chip need? Maybe Kiefer finds a Field Blower to get rid of all the float stones, and Chip puts the wrong Pokemon active, so he cannot Guzma into a win. But that's about the only hope here. N is a great comeback card. Both players shuffle their hands into their deck, draw a number of prizes cards equal to their prizes remaining. But as it stands, it's irrelevant. I don't see how Chip can lose from this point in the game. Now, we're best of 1 and time hasn't been called, so there's no reason for Kiefer to scoop. If we're in a best of 3 game, Kiefer should have scooped as soon as he as soon as the Guzma came down last turn from Chip, Kiefer should have scooped. As it is, it's worth playing out. It's a best of one. Scooping gives up the entire match. It's worth a punt. But I really don't think at this stage anything can happen. And we see here Tapu Lele coming down for the inevitable Guzma. And there we go. KO the Rayquaza. Chip takes this in fairly standard fashion. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Rayquaza mirror match. If you can just keep your energy on the field and keep the KOs going, you will win the game. Huge thank you to Alex Wilson and everyone over at the Emerald Break just for being lovely people, to be perfectly honest with you, and letting me use this footage. Give me the permission. You guys are awesome. Do make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter @TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want me to keep doing this, I haven't done commentary on this channel for ages, but I love doing it. So do make sure that you pop down in the comment section. Make sure you tell your friends. Make sure you like. If these videos are popular, I'm going to keep doing them because I'm sure I can get footage from people because people are generally lovely. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross and you've been watching PTCG Radio.